Hello, hello, it's Erin here. Hi, how are you? My fingers are so happy that you've popped on by. I am so excited to be a part of the Compassion Hop. This is in collaboration with the Mixed Media and Beyond group. All that information is down in the description box below. And yeah, they also have a Facebook group, so be sure to check them out. Again, all of that is down in the description box below. So, what are we going to do today? Compassion is not only about being compassionate and caring for others, but it's also having compassion and be caring and kind to yourself. And one of the things I like to do for myself is to carve out some time. So let's jump into the project today. I wanted to carve a stamp, and I thought it would be fun to carve the word you. So I have a scrap piece of paper here, and I'm just kind of writing out a couple different ways that I wanted to do it. And you got to make the lines wider. So here I'm just taking my pencil and I am kind of going around here and thickening up these lines. And then what we're going to do is flip it over onto my carving stamp here in a second. But if you don't have this, you can use a regular eraser. Dollar store erasers work great. And then also I'll carve a pencil eraser in a little bit too. So I have this flipped over and I'm just taking the back of my pencil and rubbing it onto this little block here. Look at that. So super easy. And remember, you have to flip it over or else when you go to stamp it, it's going to be backwards, like mirror style. So I'm just going to take this black marker and I'm going to go over top of my U and then we will jump into the carving. So really easy. I don't know if you've carved stamps before. If you don't have stamp carving stuff, just grab a stamp that you really like and I'll show you a couple techniques here shortly of how you can use that stamp. So here I just have a stamp tool and all I'm going to do is carve around my letters as carefully as I can. And as I'm doing this, I've got some Netflix going, I'm watching a show, I have some lovely hot tea and it's just very chill. I'm taking a little bit of time out of the day for myself. I'm not going to make you watch all of this, so let's go ahead and pop in to our next step. So I'll just continue along here as I'm carving. And just, thinking about things that I love to do that make me feel good. Because when you're compassionate for yourself, you have a much easier time being compassionate and loving towards everyone else. So here is that pencil I'm telling you about. And I'm just going to take this and draw a little heart, very, very basic, on the end of this pencil. And if you don't have a carving tool, you could use an Xacto blade or a little knife here. And I'm just going to very easily and very carefully, watch my fingers because it's very sharp, just trim out this heart. And then we have this teeny tiny, super cute homemade stamp. I love homemade things. They're never perfect, just kind of like people and humans in general. Never perfect, but always so full of love and wonderful, wonderful stuff. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of going around those edges. And once we've got that, we're going to go ahead and test it out. Whoops, there we go. There, see, ta-da! A little square on the top, but I love it. I love it. I love that it has those little bit of imperfections. So here's my U, and I cannot for the life of me find my stamping block. So guess what? I'm just going to use what I have on hand. I've got some double-sided tape here, and I'm just going to put a couple pieces on the back of my U and then stick it on to this ruler. See, I mean, we are no frills here in the studio, whatever works. So look around your house. If you've got something flat that you can use to create a stamp block with, use that. If you can find your stamp blocks, hey, even better. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of put that tape there. I'm going to find a good spot for it and press it down. There we go. Instant stamp. So I have this hard cardstock here and just some Versafine Onyx black ink. And I'm going to stamp this U all over the page. Now, you could also use this with your mixed media art journaling. You could take some deli paper and you could stamp the U all over top of it, or whatever word or whatever stamp you decide you want to create. You could just put it all over that as well and then rip it and use it in your mixed media art journaling, which would be amazing. There's so many things that you can do with homemade stamps. Or stamps in general. But since this one's homemade, that's what we're going to focus on. So I'm just taking this and kind of putting those U's everywhere. And then once I have that, I'm going to put a few extra just individual ones off to the side with the idea of maybe I will cut them out and use them in another project. So now that I have those all stamped out, I've got some double-sided tape on the back and I want to mat these. I just cut it. I kind of made random sizes. You could use the standard card size if you wanted, but I thought it would be fun to just do a little bit of a wonky size card. And then I can make a stamp or a envelope for it too. But so here I'm doing the same thing with the little hearts one, and I had pre-cut this page and then just stamped our hearts all over it. So now that those are cut out, I also went ahead and did a off camera. I cut out a U that was embossed, and I want to put that on top of my card, and I used a little bit of the 3M strip. It's like a foam tape to give that U some dimension. And now I'm just going to wrap some twine around that card front there. And then let me put that up there so you can see. I'm going to grab a little bit of washi tape to put on the back of it, but then we're also going to go ahead and put that, whoops, let me wrap that around there. We're going to put the double-sided tape on here as well. And everything that I use will be down in the description box below. So if you are interested, you can find it there. So that is taped down, and let me grab that double-sided tape and we'll go ahead and put that on the back of our mat, and then we can tape it or glue it down to our card front. I love double-sided tape. I feel like it gives it a little bit of a thicker thickness, or like a harder, a hardy glue. There you go. But if you have glue stick or Elmer's or whatever glue, use whatever you have on hand. Homemade cards are best when they come with whatever you have, no stress, and lots of love. It's been such a crazy couple years, and it's been wonderful to kind of be back out, get together with friends again. Yeah, and just a lot of self-reflection and self-love, and just remembering that, you know, it's hard all around, but a smile, a homemade card, a hug, any of that goes a really long ways. So there we go. Super easy, tiny little card here, and another super easy card front there. You could write on the inside. You could use this for like, you are amazing, you're a rock star, however you wanted to write on the insides of these cards. Super, super duper easy. I can't wait to see what you guys do. Use those links down in the description box below to hop along to see Jolene, who is of the Mixed Media and Beyond. So be sure to check her out and hop along to everybody else. Until the next time we get together, happy creating.